Born out of the Cold War as NATO was, many people asking, what is it doing in 2018? Well, here in theCUBE, we've been taking a look at what NATO says it's doing in 2018. Come with us, we'll show you the interactive map provided by NATO. Now, NATO is an alliance of 29 individual nation-states from both sides of the Atlantic. You have Canada and the United States on one side, and then you have a collection of nations over here, from Norway right the way through to Turkey. But we zoom in on this map, and we can show you where the NATO exercises have been concentrated. And the concentration is really around Eastern Europe, the Baltic states, and Poland in particular. Now, NATO provide us with an activity map that allows you to track what they're doing and where with little pinpoints, everything from policing the air to joint military exercises. And as you can see, a concentration of activity in this area here. Now, if I just show you, these are led by 4 multinational battle groups. If we return to our big screen over here, those multinational battle groups were put in place after the conflict in Crimea in 2014, when there were real fears a resurgent Russia could destabilize these NATO states on its border. And these 4 multinational battle groups, we can zoom in here, in Estonia, the United Kingdom takes the lead. In Latvia, Canada takes the lead. In Lithuania, Germany, and in Poland, America. So multinational battle groups on the borders with Russia. Now, you can imagine that all of this focus is on what might happen if Russia tries to destabilize these countries. But there is one small slither of territory that has a lot of people in NATO very worried, and that is this. We can zoom in here. This tiny slither here, what some people call the Achilles heel of NATO. It's called the Suwalki Gap. Here, the Russian Federation, that little enclave of Kaliningrad. Here, NATO member Lithuania. Here, Poland. Here, Russian ally Belarus. People saying that if Russia closed this gap, they would effectively close off and split NATO in two. But you've got to remember, there is a Russian side to all this as well. The Russians have been photographed, satellite imagery showing them building up their forces in Kaliningrad ahead of this meeting. And many in Russia see NATO's activities on its border, including pictures like this, the Canadian president with heavy weaponry on the borders. They see this as provocative. NATO is encircling Russia. So what do you think? Is NATO essential for security in Europe today, or is it a Cold War relic that's threatening international relations? Well, let us know using #theCUBE.